This podcast contains paid advertisements, but more on that later. Welcome to the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast, where I discuss how you can grow your business by the bootstraps. This applies to all entrepreneurs, from the person just starting up to the one that is already well established. My goal is to help you grow. I am your host, Isaiah O'Connor. So today I'm going to start off with my sponsor, Audible. It's audible.com, link in the description below. What is Audible? Audible is audiobooks. People read books, you get to listen to them. It's great if you're really busy. I've got the podcast, attempting to try to keep up on the blog. I've got a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old boy stuck home because of coronavirus, and trying to run a balloon business, and plan for my comeback here coming up soon. And I picked up another job planting trees in the meantime to make ends meet until I can reopen my business. I've got a lot on my hands. I don't have a lot of time to sit and read. But you know I do have a lot of? Time driving in my car and time walking around and planting trees. I can listen to things. So that means I can listen to my books. So if you're really busy, don't have time to read, but you want to read and consume books, multimillionaires, multiple businessmen read a lot of books. It's very important to read. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business person, read. It will help you succeed. So this is the easy way to go. Go check them out. 30-day free trial, $14.95 after a month afterwards. Quite honestly, if I had the choice between Audible and Netflix, I'd take Audible. Just me. And if you cancel the account, you keep your audiobooks, you get 30% off of all additional purchases. You can exchange your audiobooks if you don't like it. You can swap it for free. Great customer service. You can cancel it anytime. You're not locked in. They're really great. So go check them out. They're amazing. Audible.com. So today I'm going to kind of go into something I briefly mentioned, that competition is not a bad thing. Your business needs competition. Sounds weird. Some people might dream of being in a market where they have no competition and they have a monopoly by virtue of being new or unknown. And it's a great idea. Sounds fun, doesn't it? No competition. You have all the clients to yourself. No one's trying to steal your clients. There's no ads coming against you. You don't have to fight or struggle. You just have your product and you're amazing, and so therefore you're going to win. Except that's not how it works. You see, I run a balloon decor and balloon entertainment business. Now, not a lot of people in the US know what that is, but substantially more understand what that is in the US than in Norway. And when I first started out, and still to this day, when I tell people that I work with balloons, the first thing they ask, hot air balloons? No, not quite. You see, the problem is you can have a flooded market where there's too much of the same product out there in the streets and it's extremely hard to differentiate yourself and make it a success. Say coffee in Norway. Like I said, there's almost as many regular coffee shops as there are Starbucks in Seattle. It's just insane. But it's a flooded market. It's a hard market to break into because everyone has coffee. Hard to fight against all of the competition. But on the flip side, no one knows what I do. When you have no market, no one knows what your product is. They might like it. They might enjoy it. They might think it's a good thing, but it's slow to build. It's hard to get new clients. You have to really work on it. You have to really market. And you have to convince people that what you're doing is worth money. Why are you asking so much money for balloons? It's only balloons. The dreaded "it's only balloons" phrase that every balloon artist absolutely hates. Because we put blood, sweat, tears, training, lots of practice, hours of practice to perfect our trade. And when you hire a balloon artist, you're hiring somebody who's a professional, has the equipment, and has the know-how, knows how to do it. And then people go, but it's just balloons. Why is it so expensive? And that type of phrase gets worse when people don't know what your product is. So it's good to have some competition. If you have some competition and people are going against you, it can be rough. Again, it can start a war. But on the flip side, if you have competition, that means your product's known. I'll take a case in point. Red Bull. Nowadays, everybody knows what Red Bull is and what energy drinks are and what they do and all that. But it all started with Red Bull. And the guy, he found it in India. It was a product in India. He changed it around a little bit. He made it a little bit more suitable for Western taste. But quite honestly, if you've ever had a Red Bull, the taste is not something you drink just for the fun of it, not usually. You drink it because you want the energy, you want the rush, you need the boost, whatever. But you don't drink Red Bull because it's the most amazing tasting soda-ish thing that you would ever want to have. And getting Red Bull off the ground was really, really hard because most people tasted it and their first reaction was spit it out. That's the most god awful thing I've ever tasted. How can you even imagine trying to sell? No one knew what an energy drink was. He had no competition. He was the only energy drink guy in Europe. There was a few companies in India that sold energy type drinks, but no one outside of India had heard of it, and no one here really wanted to go with it because, oh my goodness, this tastes bad. Why would you want to sell this stuff? They didn't understand the true purpose of it, of giving you energy. And so you power past the flavor and you get to the energy and the pick-me-up that it delivers. So there's a product that had zero competition and struggled. Now, it did start taking off, and it did run into competition with first Rockstar, and then Monster, and then 5 Hour Energy, and then all these other energy drinks popped up. And the competition is fierce and it's fueled, but quite honestly, without that competition, he was growing really slowly. The more competition, the more people hear about you, the more you're going to get competition, but that's not bad. You need it. And competition also can drive you to perfect your product, to become better, to become more efficient, to become more streamlined, to become more customer friendly, to do a better job at your job. Because if you don't, you might lose that client, that customer. So it's good. It keeps you on edge. It keeps you sharp. No competition makes you very lazy. And I've seen that before too. And I can't think of a direct example off the top of my head. But there's been more than one company that got so used to being the one big and in charge because they were just massive behemoth company that no one could take on, that they just sit and rest on the laurels for a while until competition pops up out of nowhere and, oh my goodness, we're in trouble. Where'd they come from? So this type of thing is a good thing because when you have competition, it forces you to be better. And when you don't have competition, you can sometimes just relax and let things slide, and the customer suffers and you suffer. And you might know it, but you've got pretty much a monopoly. You're not going to be developing, you're not going to be growing, you're not going to be fighting as quickly to get better. So competition, competitors, it's a good thing. Rivals, it can be good or a bad thing. But the competition drives you to be better at your business. The competition lets other people know that your type of business exists to begin with, and will continue to help create an interest in your business. And here's another note. If it's somewhere like the balloon world, where you got a lot of competition popping up like weeds sometimes because of YouTube videos and people thinking they can take it on, but do a horrible, horrible job, people sometimes, it can cut both ways. people will sometimes see a horrible balloon job and go, "Oh, you paid for this? Why did you do that? That looks ugly. Why did you even bother? I don't want to hire a balloon artist." But just as often, if not more often, that I've seen, again, this is about my personal observation. I don't got any data on this one, nor do I think there is any data set for this one. But if somebody, especially if someone has good balloon decor from a really seasoned professional, then they go to the cut rate guy who just popped up out of the weeds, they lose the customer. But then they have such a horrible experience with that new guy that they come back and like, "I'm sorry, can you forgive me? Here, take my money. You're such a better service. You're higher quality. You're much nicer. You know what you're doing." All this good stuff. So if you have competition and you do good and you keep sharp and you keep your customer service up and you keep your business ethic up and you keep your product good, you will survive and thrive amidst competition, and competition can help drive you customers. And again, I kind of talked about the DC versus Marvel competition. DC tried to put Marvel out of business by marketing their comic books so people would know they weren't buying Marvel comics by mistake, and Marvel's sales went up. So sometimes your competition will drive your sales. So, hey, you never know. Anyway, that's my thoughts for today. If we need competition, if competition is a good thing or a bad thing, it's a good thing. It's good to have competition. Now, if it gets you to the point of a huge all-out business war back and forth for years and years and years, leading to price wars and vicious, underhanded tactics, yeah, maybe not so much. So there's a healthy level of competition. Like most things in life, most things in moderation are fine. Extreme on either way, things go crazy. Anyway, you have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Okay, just as a reminder, we do offer a free 1/2 hour, no obligation consultation. All you need to do is go to our website and contact us through there, or you can contact me directly at my O'Connor Bootstrap podcast Facebook group or our Atheoz.com Facebook page as well. And if you would like to support this channel, the best thing you can do, of course, is to like and share and subscribe. That helps the most. Or you can check out one of our affiliate links. And of course, I do have a PayPal and a Patreon account, and the links will be in the description below. Thank you very much. You all have a good day. You have been listening to the O'Connor Bootstrap podcast and Atheoz Business Solutions podcast. For other podcasts, past episodes, and related blogs, please check out our website at www.atheoz.com. That is www.atheoz.com or theoz.com. Until next time, I've been your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, Isaiah O'Connor.